Adar went pretty quickly. It's a big surprise. It's almost Passover already. Thank you all for ordering the Haggadah. I think that the best way to stick it to the system, by the way, is to get your Haggadah to Pesach and try to do something to get the sacrificial service up and running again. Am Yisrael has to wake up. Am Yisrael seems to have forgotten these things. We're very much stuck. The Yeravams of this world seem to be in control. The Ravams and Achavs, and that's what's holding us back. And we're almost, I think, I haven't been keeping track of the daf. Where in Sanhedrin are we? We get to the part where it talks about Yeravam and Nevat specifically. We like to stress, like Rabbi Avi Miller said, without irony, that the Yeravam and Nevat policy of keeping the Jews away from the temple was signed on by prophets and sages. And they stuck to it like it was a halachic tradition. So he didn't. I found that it was ironic that Rabbi Avi Miller wrote that because he subscribed to the modern day Yeravam policies. I would like to, if I could, I'd like to have a debate with someone online and live, specifically on this issue about attending the Temple Mount, and want to hear what they say. I want to know, seriously, I want to hear some good arguments why the modern day Gezerah against going to the Temple Mount is halachically different from the one that Yeravam promulgated and that was held to for a few centuries. What is a nafkamina? If you tell me, well, this was put out by Gedolim, well, that's the whole point. The last one was put out by Gedolim also. And if you say that, the current one was, I don't know. I can't. What other arguments do they have besides the fact that the Gedolim said so? Because that was the argument back then. And we were supposed to, al pi hanavim, understand that's not a good enough argument.
So, they say it'll anger the Arabs.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
The claim is that it will anger the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, okay. I like that one. I hear that one a lot. It'll anger. It'll provoke the going. But we've addressed that before. You should know. Back in the 1920s, they said you shouldn't live as a Jew. Also, in Palestine, just Jews living in Hebron was provoking the goyim. And 1930s Germany must have done some real heck of a provocation there. I wonder what the provocation that was. No one's filled me in yet. I think there are some online hosts, controversial types who call themselves rabbi, who have said that the Jews actually were involved in destroying German morality and society back in the 1920s and 30s. You've heard about that? It was Jews who did it, so there was a backlash. Yeah, some people have actually said ridiculous things like that. Look, I would grant, unfortunately, you sometimes have Jews who are at the forefront of trying to undermine values and morality. Their Jews are naturally progressive. Doesn't mean it's the Jews. Yeah. Someone finds, see, I found a Jewish white-collar criminal. That means Jews are all a race of murderers and rapists. Doesn't make much sense. Jews are certainly underrepresented in, I guess, among criminals, right? Criminals are statistically less likely to be Jewish in many places, but whatever. That never stopped anybody from blaming us or coming with a good excuse.